Hello everyone and welcome to game number 2 between LiquidRet and oGs.MC. This time it is going to be a game on Metalopolis. It is the best of 5 from the, I think it was the semifinals. I'm not sure if this is the semifinals, but I think so. The semifinals from the Kaspersky New Year's Invitational. So we're gonna have Red spawning as the blue Zerg at the 2 o'clock position against oGs.MC spawning as the red Protoss at the 6 o'clock position. Now Metalopolis, a great map favored by a lot of people, a lot of players that just seem to not ever deny this map from the map pool when they are in tournaments. So pretty much a fair map when it comes to all races. So no real advantage for any race on this map, except for maybe Terrans who like to abuse these Xel'Naga towers to siege up and harass the gold from side to side, or from the tower to the Xel'Naga, from the Xel'Naga tower to the expansions on the gold. And here we have MC actually scouting out really fast. He knows he wants to see if Red is going to try some 6 pooling, and there's not going to be any 6 pool, but getting scouted right off the bat. I don't think Red likes this, as we can see in the chat over here. He's not too happy about that, and also he's not too happy about the spawn positions. They are not cross spawn positions. This is probably the worst spawn location you can have as Zerg, because the avenue is so short to get to your enemy. Anything here would involve going around this ramp and going down here, and it's longer, and you have to go up this ramp again and so forth. But like this, it is like the shortest way you can get there. And obviously this one being the longest avenue you'd have to take to get to the other player. But looks like the spawn locations are going to be really crappy. I can't find another word right now. It's really late. So really crappy for Red. And we see a Forge actually going down, and is he gonna go for the same thing, the same kind of contain as he did in the first game? You see the spawning pool, it's down right now. Is he gonna plant 2 pylons over here, and is he gonna go for a fast expand? This is really weird play from a photon cannon over here. Is he gonna plant a gateway on this side? Might actually plant a gateway here to this totally looks like fast expand play from the Protoss. So let's see what's gonna happen. 400 minerals, there we go. The Nexus going down, and unbelievable. This is really unorthodox play from MC. I haven't seen him play fast expand really that much. I've seen him play contain like that, but not really fast expand. And there we go, the gateway is down right now, walling this off completely. You guys can imagine how much practice he actually must have put into this. He has these preset things on every map. He knows the choke points, he knows the intervals, how you can perfectly wall off with this, with that, where I can fast expand, where I can't. We've seen him do perfect wall offs and leaving just the necessary chokes he wants on pretty much every map, no matter what spawn location he's in. So imagine the amount of time these guys are spending, are putting into practicing and finding out every little detail about every map that is in the map pool. So I'm gonna take a look at what Red is gonna do this game. He's not getting any gas. He only got the gas he needed for the Zergny speed, then took his drones off the gas. But I think he's a little bit maybe oversaturated. We can see some drones traveling a little bit up and down. When you see this happening, it's obvious that you've oversaturated your minerals. So I think he can actually move some drones off from the mineral line to the gas. But he's also getting his natural, but MC is actually, he already has his natural up, and look at this insanely great wall off. 2 cannons in key positions, this gateway blocking off the ramp over here, so you'd have to take this long avenue through or behind the minerals to actually get to the ramp. So it's really hard to do a Zerg. And another gateway being planned over here, so you'd have to really take the long route right now to get to the main. So Red is actually trying to scout around, trying to find some weakness to this wall off, but there isn't any really. Another photon cannon being planted at the mineral line over here. It looks like MC is just gonna not care that much and go for a very fast expand and saturating it up and macroing the game as hard as you can and get a lot of units to choke Red. He might just go for, there we go, the gateways are being planned right now. It's just about to say that he's gonna go for a 4-gate push, but a a very aggressive 4 warp gate push. He has 2 warp gates already done, plus these 2 and another 2. This is gonna be 6 gateway. So this is gonna be really scary for Red. The warp gate research is almost done. 2 sentries on the way already, and I think he's just getting these sentries to be safe in case some all-in push comes from Red side, and he's gonna force field the ramp and so forth. But we can see Red actually taking this expansion over here, way far away from MC's position, and he's gonna try to take advantage of the fact that MC went for such a fast expand. Obviously, this expansion over here is not really wise to take because it's really so unsafe. It's really close to your opponent, especially if he has his fast expansion up. So yeah, MC didn't want to do that. He's getting a Spire though right now, and let's see what's going to be coming out of all these gateways. Seems like 2 Stalkers right now, and I'm going to take a look at Uni Canning Station. 2 Stalkers and 4 sentries only for now, but if we have a look at the income tab, actually LiquidRet has been droning really hard, so he's ahead in income right now, mineral wise, but he is behind when it comes to gas. So I think MC wanted to have the net gas advantage so he could get the sentries and the stalkers he wanted, and he's going for a push right now. This queen setting up some creep tumors over here, but not really gonna do anything with that. It does survive though. It manages to get away. Some spine crawlers planted over here offering some protection, but Red needs to get a lot of units really fast. He's doing that right now. He's getting these links. The Spire is almost done, but Spire not really. Obviously, Mutal is not a really great unit to have against this many Stalkers and Sentries. So let's see what Red is actually going to be able to do with this. Obviously, if the force fields are really good, he's not going to be able to do anything against this, even though he has so many spine crawls. There we go. The force fields are being planted, almost cornering all those Zerglings over there. More Zerglings trying to flood in, but this side is completely blocked off, and looks like the Stalkers are doing a lot of damage, but the force fields are wearing out, and the Stalkers are going to get taken out by the Speedlings. And we can see just how powerful these Speedlings are purely against Stalkers, but now that some Zealots have been warped in from this proxy pylon, it is much harder for the Zerglings to actually do anything, and we're going to see more units being streamed in very soon from MC. MC doesn't even have to worry about this. He has a perfect wall off over here with 3 cannons protecting his natural, so he's just gonna warp in additional units over here, and I just don't know if Red is gonna be able to hold this. He has a lot more Zerglings incoming, but there are so many Zealots right now, and Zealots are really great against Zerglings, especially in the early game. And I'm gonna take a look at the income tab. I'm quite curious to see this one. Looks like MC is catching up in the mineral income, just 100 minerals behind really. And Red, I don't know if this is a smarter thing he can do. Oh, and there's actually a breach in there between those 2 cannons. I mean the cannon and the Nexus, unbelievable. And he could have taken advantage of that one, but he decides to move back and try to defend his natural. I'm not sure if this is the best course of action. The force fields are blocking off the Zerglings. He needs to move back. There he goes. He does move back, but some Zerglings are moving back in. A little bit sloppy micro from Red right now. He's getting a ton of Zerglings though. He might be able to hold this off. Normally he should, but he has absolutely no. He has 1 upgrade though on the melee attacks, and that's it. But it seems like the pylon over here did go down, but MC is planning down another one and is going to be able to warp in more units very soon. And he does have 4 plus 2. He still has 6 gateways only, but I just don't know if Red is going to be able to hold this. He has like no Hydralisks. He could really use a few Hydras right now, especially since he has the creep spread over here. The Hydra's offering really the DPS advantage that he needs, and he's probably going to get supply block if he loses those Overlords. Indeed, there we go, 87 on top of 78, so he's kind of supply blocked, and he's not going to be able to get anything. So he's going to have to make do with the Zerglings he has right now. And some spine crawls over here, but oh, and that is going to be really bad. Those Zerglings are getting cornered in between the force fields and the spine crawlers, so all these Zerglings not going to be able to do any damage against MC's army. So I don't know if this is gonna really cut it. So he's gonna have to think of something other than massing links on top of force fields and Zealots and Stalkers. It's really not the way to go. And he doesn't have any armor upgrades either, so I just don't know. There we go, he does GG, so MC takes game 2 as well. So not really the greatest game from Red, but not a bad game. But I just think, I don't know, for some reason he seems to have gone for tunnel vision, which is not something I really would expect from a player like Red. He should have. I really think the answer in this one would have been Hydras, because MC didn't really tech to Robo at all. He didn't even have a robotics facility up, let alone a robotics bay. So that would take a really long time. But Red did have the layer up. He had a lot of gas. I do remind you, Hydras do cost 50 gas each, so if he had gone for some Hydras to back off those links, I think he could have done, overall he could have done a lot of damage, at least taken out the Zealots quite easily, and Hydra's not bad against Sentries or Stalkers, so I just think the Hydras could have been the key in here, the DPS increase he was looking for, and obviously it's not just the DPS, but the fact that Zerglings cannot deal the damage they need to do when you have this many Sentries up. So indeed, MC playing a very solid game, and I can't see him faltering. He just knows what he wants to do from start to end, and yeah, played out great for him, and he did win the game. And we're gonna go off to game 3 out of this best of 5, and let's see if Red is gonna be able to overthrow this, or if he's just gonna lose game 3 and give the overall series to MC. I'll see you guys in game 3.